degrees. They get their degrees. They give them a Masonic mortarboard hat to wear and a robe.
Oh, my goodness.
With a hood on it. And they put them out into society, and now you are officially orientated and acclimated, aligned with the sun, the Orient. Whether you're Oriental or an Occidental doesn't matter. You're oriented now. Okay? Copenhagen is designed not to save the environment. It is designed to unify all the world together with the Mother Earth concept. And, in fact, to bring in the occult on this, on the 13th day, there's your number again, 13 is the Coven number. On the 13th day of December, every church bell in the world is supposed to ring simultaneously 350 times to represent the 350 parts per million tolerable CO2 content in the atmosphere. So this is bringing all the religions together, ringing their bells to save Mother Earth. And really what it is, it's the design. It is actually firming up the one world government, locking it in by contract that they will, cut back on certain things, coal producing electricity and all this other kind of stuff in order to save this dear Mother Earth, the world personified.
You did a good job on that. Let's go to Jason in Maryland. Jason, you're on the air with Pastor David J. Meyer. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Joyce and Pastor. It's a great show. You're obviously well studied. I was wondering if you could define a word for me before I make my statement. What would it mean if the scriptures say that people did something in vain? What are some of the definitions that might be?
Well, in vain, of course, means that it was to no avail. It was worthless. Had no value or content to it at all. It was just something they did without meaning.
Okay, Jason, we'll be right back after this 3-minute break with Pastor David J. Meyer. Go to his website, lasttrumpetministries.org. The newsletters are awesome. We'll be right back after this break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Power Hour, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. This is the third hour, final segment, and oh, I am so sad. I hope we can have Pastor David Meyer back very, very soon so we can continue this discussion. Tomorrow we're going to be talking to Dr. Adrian Krieg. Just so you are aware of who tomorrow's guest is, and then on Friday, Mike Vanderbo will be joining us. Back to the subject, which none of us want this show to be over, I guarantee you, especially those of us here in the studio. Pastor Meyer, you mentioned to me last night that I do want to bring up to the listeners. I mentioned that Josh is real concerned about many of the people, the way they look on television. And you made the statement that you can tell when someone is demonically possessed or a Satan worshiper. Is that correct?
I can tell someone, Satan worshiper, or especially a witch. I can see it in their eyes right away.
All right, what are their eyes doing?
Well, their eyes are, there's kind of a strange glow to them. It's a little bit of not a sparkle in a good way, but there's a depth and a kind of a glow to it. Very briefly, what happened to me one time is I was in Washington, D.C. with my wife, and Newt Gingrich came out of one of the chambers there. And as he walked past me, he locked eyes with me. And it was like looking into the Grand Canyon. There was just nothing there. There was such an evil in there. And I just stood there and I prayed. He kind of locked eyes with me and then snapped away and just walked on. He had several other people with him. And I just prayed, Lord, remove that man from office. Get him out of here. He's so evil. And I just prayed right there in the Capitol. 33 days later, the man resigned.
Whoa. Interesting.
There's let me go back. Number.
Let me go back to Jason. He is a 32nd degree Mason, I believe.
32nd and 33rd.
Third degree Mason, yeah. That is interesting. Let me go back to Jason. Jason, you wanted to know about vain real quickly because I want to bring Mark from Texas on next. Go ahead.
Yes, I preface my statement with the definition of the word vain to bring to light the importance of the pastor's message with this statement from the scriptures. In vain does this people worship me, teaching as doctrine the customs of men. And I wanted to tell everyone that they could get a lot more scholarly information on this subject at www.fossilizedcustoms.com.
Oh, yeah. Very good. I think we're gonna be having him on the program too. Thank you very much for that information, Jason. Let me go to Mark in Texas. Mark, you're a final caller. What's on your mind today?
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to let the pastor know that that the word church actually comes from a witch from Greek mythology, and she was the first sorceress, and she was the one who would wave her wand and turn the men into swine from the Oedipus mythology. So the word church actually is pagan in itself and a form of witchcraft through words. Also, God is in Isaiah 65:11, where it says Yahweh says, "You forsake Yahweh and set a table for God." This is an ancient Babylonian deity who was over the astrological chart.
Okay, now what do you call your place of worship then, Mark?
It's a congregation or the assembly of Yahweh's people.
Okay, and let me go back to Pastor Meyer. Your response, sir?
Well, I look at the word church as coming from the Greek word ecclesia.
Church is the actual name. Circe is where church comes from. You can look it up in a dictionary.
Okay, now what if, let me ask Pastor Meyer, what if you found out church right now had a pagan derivation? Would that change?
If that were proven to me, I wouldn't use it.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, very good.
I'll send it to you.
Thank you, Mark, for the phone call. Thank you, Mark, for the phone call. Do we have time for, no, we don't. We don't. Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
Pastor, I just wanted to let you know that Copenhagen starts on 12/6, and if you add those two together, of course, that gets 18, and then you have 666.
Very interesting.
Interesting. Josh is getting into this. Thank you very much.
Starting to figure it out.
Yeah, Pastor Meyer, this has been awesome. Thank you so much. We didn't even talk about your conversion, which is the most important part of this whole thing. I hope you can join us again soon.
Well, I'd be happy to anytime you want me to.
Oh, this has been a fast hour and a half, really. Ladies and gentlemen, think about it. Understand that we're here to find the truth. That's what it's all about, and the truth will win out. I hope you have a blessed day. God bless you all. We'll see you tomorrow.